So these are the perfect first starter mods for your 5.7 Hemi Ram. If you just got a Ram 1500 and you're thinking about doing some mods, these are the perfect first starter mods I would suggest that you do to your 5.7 Hemi Ram. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Good afternoon, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys first starter mods for your 5.7 Hemi Ram. If you just bought a truck, what you need to be doing, what are the mods that I think that is necessary to have for your truck right away when you got your Ram. So before we get into that, I want to say, guys, welcome back to another video. Appreciate the support I've been getting on the channel. Definitely means a lot. The channel is not where we need to be yet, but we are growing, and I appreciate the support that I'm getting. So with that being said, thank you. I appreciate it. Now, if you guys are here for your first time, I got my 2014 Ram about a year and a half ago, and this truck is currently got little stuff here and there done to it, but it's not fully built yet. I am planning on building this truck. So pretty much this is what this channel is about. If you guys are a fan of Mopar or a fan of Ram 1500s, 4th generation Ram in general, do me a favor, click that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and follow my journey. So what are some good, perfect first starter of mods for a 5.7 Hemi Ram that I would recommend for you when you are planning on getting your hands dirty, I'll say, and you want to build, you plan on adding some stuff that can help your truck. So number one for me, I'm going to have to give you guys this. This is something that's very, very important. I think is more important than most people think. Not too many Rams 1500 have this, but this is something that I'm starting to see. It's starting to become like a trend to where, like, it's recommended for your truck, especially if you have like a higher mileage. I wouldn't say like a higher mileage, but if you got a truck that you daily drive, this is something I would recommend that you got to have. Number one for me gonna have to be the J&L oil catch can. The reason why I said this, because this stuff it's not expensive, but it's something that could really help prolong the life of your 5.7 Hemi Ram. And this is something that you could pay at least $200 or probably $250, somewhere around there, $300 the most. This is a oil catch can. Obviously helps with blow by going through your engines and stuff like that. This is something I would highly recommend. If you don't have this, that would be like a number one thing I would recommend for you to do, especially if your truck has a higher mileage. Definitely want to go ahead and grab yourself a J&L oil catch can for your Ram. Number two for me, I'm gonna have to tell you guys, this is something that I recently did in my truck, and I highly suggest you guys do it, is adding a aftermarket steering wheel, such as the one I have right now in my truck is this is a Bro carbon fiber steering wheel that I bought. I think I paid somewhere around $400 for it, and I would highly recommend, like, even though it's not like a performance mod, but it does give your truck more of a newer model look and just up-to-date look, I'll say, compared to like the stock steering wheel that are in these trucks in general. It just does not cut it for me, especially if you plan on building a race truck or plan on building your truck later on down the line. Just add a different look, give it like a more so look that really, like, this steering wheel is supposed to be. This is like the steering wheel that Dodge should have just kept and made and put in these cars in like the 4th generation Ram in the first place, in my personal opinion. Now, that will be my second thing. Obviously, number three for me gonna have to be, this is something I highly recommend. These are things that I'm recommending to you guys because I feel like it's definitely important, even though it's not like a huge upgrade, but it's something that makes a difference to your truck. Now, number three for me gonna have to be the it's gonna have to be you getting an aftermarket cold air intake. Reason why I'm saying this is because yes, your truck gained probably somewhere around 10 horsepower, not much to some people, but it is very, very important for these trucks, especially like the aftermarket intake that's on here. Um, well, I wouldn't say aftermarket, but the stock intake that's on here does not really help your truck breathe the way it's supposed to be breathing. And also, if you guys ever seen one of them, I mentioned this before, those things suck up a lot of dirt over time. If you don't believe me, if you have a truck, Ram 1500, open up your stock aftermarket. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying aftermarket, but your stock air intake, and you will see in a low funnel that have that low black funnel, you'll see how much dirt actually does just sit in there, which is not a good thing. And also with the aftermarket core air intake, you get to, your truck gets to add a little bit more power. Also makes a difference. Not a huge difference, but it's something that would definitely help increase your truck performance over time. And my next thing I would recommend, this is something I'm taking it up a little. This is something that's very, very important. Why I feel this way, because these trucks, like, they have the most things that everybody do not like is the fact that Ram add like I done forgot what the F I was gonna say, but Ram add. So if you guys know that these trucks have the MDS on here, where when you drive it, when you notice you ever driving your truck and then over time, like, it would drop cylinder on you, whereas like probably when you hit like 2,000 RPM, your truck only drive into it's only driving realistically in 4-cylinder, so it's not really using a full 8-cylinder. So it's causing your truck to lose power, and it's not really like a good thing over time. That's something that later on down the line does actually cost your engine a whole lot. And you don't want to have, if your truck have it now, I mean, it's not a big deal, but later on down the line, because it is something that's a little bit more pricey for you to, upgrade to, but it's definitely worth it. So I highly recommend you get later on, save up your money, whatever it is, and that, add a custom cam and get like the MDS. Obviously, I think they're off some cams, custom cams that you do offer like the MDS delete, which is something that you do want to do when you have one of these trucks. It's just the fact that it's not like a good thing for the truck, even though it seemed like it is, but it's definitely not something that's good over for a long period of time. Over time, it's definitely going to cost you. But I would highly recommend you get like an MDS delete when you add in a cam, and it's going to be a huge difference. I'm telling you, huge difference with power, much more responsive throttle, and it's definitely going to change up how your truck drive too. So I'll tell you that that's definitely something I recommend that you do. Now, my next thing I would say on my list that I would recommend for one of these trucks is something that's very, very important also. Now, this does not have to do anything by you trying to gain power, but it's more so for, you, like, let's say, even if you got your truck, you have a crew cab, quad cab, upgrading your gears on these trucks is something that's definitely one of the most important things too. Depending on what kind of gear you go with, that's your choice. But not just for torque, but also if you tow heavy stuff, this is a V8. It's not like a diesel truck. So when you tow heavy stuff, sometimes obviously when you don't have like V8 trucks, you could feel how I feel when you towing something real heavy. But with upgraded gears for these trucks, depending if you towing something, it's gonna be able to help your truck to, with the torque. And also, I would highly recommend that you look into getting like a upgraded gears for your truck, because I know like the quad cab, crew cab, they have like the regular size gears and stuff, but they don't have like the 355. Or now if you got like the sports single cab, I think they have those upgraded already. Like they have that already on the truck, but I'm pretty sure for quad cabs, crew cabs is pretty much different. But these are just some of the things I would recommend though. Like it is something like me, out of everything I name on the list, I feel like even though this is not like a huge upgrade, but this is something that's like kind of like important at the same time, because most people take it lightly, but like when your truck have a higher mileage, having an oil catch can, it's definitely something I would highly recommend. That's like the easiest mod you really could do, less than $500. You can do it yourself, and that issue will save your truck ton of issue, and it would be worth it though. Like mine I have on my truck now, I had it for about maybe a couple months. I change out the oil every, maybe I'll say every oil change I checked it just so I can make sure it's not full and empty it out pretty much. But these are just some of the things that I'm sharing with you guys. Hopefully this could be able to help you out. But do me a favor, if you're on the channel, you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.